Hello everyone, this is Biotech. This is the first time I do this kind of videos. It's not scripted, so I apologize if it sounds unorganized or I start stuttering on my words. It's just because I didn't really plan anything to say on this video. I'll try to edit a bit so it's at least watchable, you know? And second, about my very slight accent, so I might pronounce words in a very weird manner, so I'm really sorry about that. After those recent changes, I might completely stop to play Riot Shield, and thus my enjoyment for the game will take a serious toll, which I do not look forward to. So, melee changes. We melee players get a lot of slack, and understandably so. Like, I can understand as a gun user, you want to launch the game and you want to play a shooter. You want to play a shooter, you want nothing else but raw skill expression, aiming for the heads, recoil control, etc, etc. And it can be frustrating that out of nowhere, you can encounter a Riot Shield that comes by, blocks your bullets, and starts bashing on your head. And you die when they didn't even get rewarded by a skill expression, or at least what you consider a skill expression. Embark has responded to this kind of frustration by rolling this Season 11 update. As in, oh, melee players don't aim? Well, we have to aim now. Whatever you thought was frustrating is going to be even more frustrating now, and whatever we found fun as melee players was completely butchered. I can't tolerate the new precision strike thingy, as in it forces you to actually lock onto something. Sword, for example, it's been the core frustration of many players because it was nothing but M1 spam. So you just like rush towards someone and you just do this. Tuck, 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 tuck. This was basically like melee fights before the nerf, quote unquote, and this is now. You see any difference? Me neither. We, as Riot Shield players, we have a tech. By the way, Embark really hates tech of any kind, despite it keeping your game alive. It just, I don't know, they just try to delete every tech from the game, but whatever. We, Riot Shield player, we have a tech called bishopping. You probably heard of it. It's basically when we engage an enemy, we're not going to face the enemy like this, we're gonna engage it like this. Because when the shield is up, we can block bullets. And it's not an impossible counter. Like, for example, we have a player here, you know? And so, when I approach like this, it can still shoot my feet. You can shoot the feet, you can have teammates around to shoot at different angles, you can use CL, you can use flamethrower. Those are really easy and cheap counters to Riot Shield. It's not impossible to counter. It's just really frustrating because, you know, me moving like this can be kind of off-putting, especially if the server is kind of lag and it's off-putting, you know? So this poor gun user that is here that doesn't have legs just cannot shoot me, you know? And doesn't have teammates around. It's kind of weird. So I kind of understand why melee needed some kind of nerf and some skill expression. Those side swipes I was talking about, precision strike, they kind of ruin a little bit bishopping because once you're like next to an enemy, what we did before was basically this. And as you can see, I failed 2 precision strikes because when I wanted to have my protection up, I couldn't do that and do my swipes and hit my target effectively. I could with a bit more of training to just like stop my camera at the right time because obviously it's a skill issue. The thing with precision strikes is that your enemies are obviously not gonna stay like that. They're gonna move around, they're gonna dash. Hitting your shots like this, with your camera swinging, it's almost impossible. I don't know. You may be the most cracked player out there. It's impossible to hit every single hit easily. I can tolerate it as a form of nerf. The thing is, before, when fighting dash lights, I had a fighting chance. Now, it's just impossible. When they fly past you, what you would do is just basically, like, that's what you did. But good luck hitting your hits like this. The bishopping is kind of nerfed. fighting dashing lights is not quote-unquote as easy as before, because me, the poor melee player, obviously, I can step back and start shooting at a dash from a wider angle, that it's easier to track when they dash. You know, it's... I don't know. The other thing they added is lunging. So I got two problems with that. First of all, the game just never dashes you at the right distance. You will fly past your enemy. Most important of all, it's going to trigger randomly during fights. Well, not randomly. You have like a yellow bar that appears there and tells you when you are ready for a dash. But the problem is, the same problem I have with the new kick system is that you do not have an input on this new mechanic. The game decides for you to use the dash. I just have to launch forward. It's not a choice I have to make. It's not a skill expression. It's just a game playing for me. And I don't really like that, Embark. When you add something like a movement or whatever, I would like that my inputs in the game are reflected with whatever happens in the game, you know? And the worst thing is when you got multiple enemies. So the dash doesn't really know what to target when I have multiple people fighting with me. And it would just randomly choose whatever enemy my cursor was pointing at the split second I was fighting them. I will not understand what's happening. It's just a bad change. Again, it's not something I chose to do. So I don't understand why it just starts triggering movements I didn't choose. I didn't press any buttons to make this lunge. Why make this change? Surely it helps melee, right? Well, take Spear, for example. Spear mains, all 15 of them, they really like Spear for being some sort of poke weapon. So you just like poke, go back, and take your distance. But this lunge kind of forced them to glue their face on enemies, which is not something they want to. And it's the same bullshit with Riot Shield. Well, it's not a problem to lunge forward enemies, but it is a problem that it triggers randomly when you don't want to. Shield Bash, by the way, is extremely fun. I like it. It's a good change, but again, like it's weirdly responsive. Sometimes you'll do like key mashups and it will trigger one and you don't want to, but that's beyond the point. What I do not appreciate, however, is how Embark is forcing a turtle gameplay on us Riot Shield users. And we were like super aggressive players. Like we would just like use Shockwave, rush onto people, and finish them off like this, and run away maybe. And it was super fun. Play DMAT. Like you don't even need Shockwave for that. It's fun to play with DMAT and whatever other spec. Even you could be even a Riot Shield playing Heal Beam and being aggressive. But it was super fun. What Embark decided to do is, well, this bishopping is really problematic. We got a lot of people pissed off about this tech, and they wanted us to force our gameplay to be like this. Slower, more, I don't know, just basically be a barricade for your teammates. I mean, it's not really that useful for your teammates because you only cover yourself, but yeah, basically every Riot Shield ever now plays like this. Every time. It's boring. It's just, I don't know, it's incompatible with the, sorry for my accent by the way, it's really incompatible with the dynamic shooter that the Finalist is. It's super fast paced and everything, and you want me to play like on a corner with my shield raised with maybe a turret on the side so it shoots for me because I don't have range. It's kind of disappointing, if I'm being honest. Like, disappointing is not even a good word. It's absolute trash. Yeah, that's really the word I wanted to use. Some people are fine with the changes. I'm certainly not. And I think anyone who plays Riot Shield aggressively just dislikes the changes. Like, I'm not okay with that. I'm really not. Like I said, I'm not really going to quit the finals, but my enjoyment of the game is just gonna be divided by 50 if I have to give up my favorite weapon because Embark decides to fucking fuck it up. Not only that, like, I started to hit this fucking mannequin and the damage. I forgot the biggest fucking change. The damage. 82 damage. What is going on? Like, not only the side swipes are fucking nerfed, which makes any fight with a dash light fucking impossible. Well, it could be a skill issue on my side, maybe. I don't think I'm the best player out there. I'm certainly not. I'm certainly not the best player out there, that's for sure. But at least as a Riot Shield player, I had a fighting chance against a dashing light because the game was responsive. And now it's fucking impossible to play against them because because I need to aim. Well, oh yeah, go, the fucking Riot Shield, the fucking Riot Shield needs to aim now. You know, you have to actually use your skill, man. Hello, it's Biotech from the future. Crash out aside, I just wanted to say that, again, my issue is not about melee being more skill expressive. No, it's really not my problem. It's just that the way it was made just completely kills the way you play a weapon. You have to play like a turtle. You have to stay on a corner and wait for them, and not play in a fun, engaging way that makes the finals unique. And that's my problem. Not because I have to adapt, but because the way I need to adapt is, in every way possible, just boring as fuck. So, that being said, and the light dashes is, like, it's something, okay? It's fine. You still can, like, kill a light with 2 hits if you manage to get the precision strikes. Heavies. 4 hits. And it requires a Hellbow strike. Or a bashing shield and 4 hits. Medium, 3 hits and a quick melee, or shield bash and a quick melee. So cool. You hate quick melee combos, but you added one for Riot Shield that didn't exist before. Every time you do a quick melee, you have to remove your shield, the one shield, the one thing that you wanted players to use because you want us to play like a turtle. Hey, it's me again. I wanted to emphasize also on the fact that when you do a shield bash, the animation you see in first person doesn't really align with the timing when you can't and can take damage. So when you see your shield still in front of you, you can still take damage because it's almost immediate when the animation doesn't follow what's happening in third person, which is also something that throws you off. What does that mean? If the heavy is low HP, okay, you have to come by as like a rat, like your teammates do all the job and you just wait on a corner like this. I'm a Riot Shield, hello, I'm not allowed to play, and then you finish him off because your teammates were kind enough to put him low. Okay, it's a team-based, it's a team-based game. Okay, I get it. You need your teammates to play. But what happens if both of my teammates are dead? And what happens if the guy has a flamethrower? So, playing against a flamethrower as a Riot Shield was already tricky by itself. And at worst, playing against a flamethrower resulted every time in a draw fight, because the overflames would just kill you. But now, every time you try to engage with a flamethrower, you will die, because you don't deal enough damage. Again, I'm not the best Riot Shield players. There's like people who are just miles better than I am. But my favorite thing to play is Riot Shield. And I love this thing to death. But now it's just gone, man. You know what? Sword got nerfed and it completely changed the way you play it. People did complain a lot because it was frustrating to fight a light that was just zooming through the screen. So they nerfed it in such a way that it changed completely the way you play the weapon. So instead of doing lunges and stuff, all you do now is just do this. You spam, click, and that's it. And then you go away. Like, and now they're doing it for the Riot Shield. Everybody's complaining about the Riot Shield blocking bullets because obviously Riot Shields are not supposed to block bullets. So in order to prevent bishopping and any other fun mechanics you have with this weapon, now you have to play like this. And it's basically what Embark asked us to be. Embark wants us to be in the corner of a building with our shield up because now it's completely buffed. The hitbox is buffed. And just wait, maybe with a turret on the side, and we just wait like this. We have our teammates doing poke damage, and we just have to stay there and play like a rat. Much better. We have to bait people into coming towards our shield, but after a while it gets old and people will just understand what we're doing and bait a shield bash so we can do a quick melee combo. So we went from fun and engaging to cheesy and annoying. I'm not saying that the Riot shield is dead. It's kind of dog shit right now with those abysmal damage and with the precision strikes, but it's not any more useless. It's just that the frustration you had fighting a Riot shield isn't going away. Like, you might say, aha, rip bozo, this fucking Riot shield player, dude, you're just going to hate playing against a Riot shield even more now, because it's just gonna be sitting on a corner like that and bait you. Even with, like, maybe turrets and shit. Like, what the fuck are we doing, Embark? Why do you first force us to have a specific weapon that we all like and love be completely changed because you have a specific vision on it? It's like you played FCAR for 12 seasons and suddenly in season 12, because it was their vision for the game to be like that, they changed the weapon to be a semi-auto. Like, are you going to enjoy the game after that? I don't think you will. It's just stupid. And everybody who had problem about melee, what they had a problem with usually was the complete smooth brain gameplay. Basically, M1 spams for the sword, or even the sledge M1 spams that would just catch up to you because of the insane fucking lunge. Well, now it's even worse, because what this update did is nerf everything that was fun and buff everything that was cheesy. So you're not really winning. Nobody's winning from this update. I see a lot of people that say, well, it's fun. I mean, I like the changes. It's something interesting, etc., etc. I have yet to see a melee main that thoroughly enjoy these changes. Jinko, who's known for being a Riot Shield player, or at least partially, has completely deleted his Riot Shield character because the game just forces us to play in a really dogshit manner. One of the best Riot Shield players hates this update. I don't know, man. It's surely I can adapt to these changes, but why would I want to continue playing my favorite weapon if now I have just to sit in a corner and wait? I will still enjoy playing this game. I enjoy playing Pike. Pike is like super fun to play. I enjoy the AKM, but honestly, my fun on this game is going to be divided by 50 if the weapon I come back to and open the game for is just unusable. Or at least unusable in the sense that made it fun to begin with. Again, I know for a fact that Embark will never, ever revert those changes. That's not what game devs do. They do a change and they stick to it. But holy fuck, man, do something about the damage and stop forcing us to play a certain way. Stop changing things that were fun for people since the very start, only to put and force your vision onto us like this. This makes me really scared for season 12, because you guys made it so season 12 would be your quote-unquote vision for the game, but what does that mean? Does that mean that most weapons will be changed again to be even clunkier than before? Is it really what we want for melee? Forcing us to kill fun tech? The haters, the melee haters, they're never gonna be satisfied. What they want is melee gone. They want melee gone. That's what they want. So no matter if you're gonna add precision strikes, no matter if you're gonna do a damage nerf, no matter if you're gonna nerf the lunges or whatever, they're always gonna fucking be annoyed by the existence of Riot Shield, dual blades, etc. Because they want to play a shooter. No matter what you do, they'll be angry about it. So why don't we stop catering for those players that just hate the game as it is, as it was since closed alpha? and start asking the questions towards people who actually play and engage with the game and love the game. I love this game. I sincerely do. I sincerely don't like these changes. I haven't seen anyone who truly enjoyed those changes. Anyone who plays cash out or ranked and thinks it's generally a good idea to have these changes. Riot Shield was at least viable in ranked. Now I'm not so sure. I would even go as far as say that you guys have completely ruined this weapon. I want to add that actually I said I was fine about side sweeping, but really it's only a shadow nerf on fun and engaging combat, because in all honesty, melee doesn't really need an aiming check, because like combat you were annoyed by, as in M1 spamming and rushing towards you and just clicking M1, is just buffed and the rest is completely nerfed. So any side swipes, playing Matador with the Riot Shield and Bishoping and Spear and maybe like sword dashes or whatever, all of that, it's just down the drain. And I don't know, you're not winning as a melee hater. You're not winning at all. All you made is make melee worse and unfun, but as frustrating as it was before, and even worse so, because they kind of buffed the melee damage on M1 spams, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. For as long as Riot Shield is that shitty, I will just stop using it, and it's sad. It's sincerely sad. I hope Embark, well, we can all have a wish. I hope Embark just reverts this fucking update, because it's truly one of the most terrible updates that they added on this game. Or at least, if they want to keep everything they added, please revert the damage numbers. Please. Please. Just do that and do something about this fuck-ass lunge. I don't want the game playing for me. Holy shit, I don't know if I had my cursor on the thing, but goddamn, I couldn't even kill this light. Don't make the game decide when to lunge, make me decide when I want to lunge. Well, anyways, I hope you have a great day or a great night. Great map though, fantastic map, fantastic OST as always, fantastic battle pass, but fucking hell, you guys have ruined everything.